Good Monday morning. That is Monday, June the 9th, and welcome to my Power Play of the Week live every single Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, replays here on my LinkedIn all day. Going into my fourth year of doing this, and it's probably one of the best decisions I've made, even when there's only one or two people here. But welcome. If you are here for the 182nd time or the first time, thanks for making the decision to start your week with me. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So what is the Power Play of the Week live? It's about the mindset, the routines, the tools that create consistently exceptional results with the action steps that you can take immediately. It's not about theory. It's about moving into action. I work with clients that have a bias for action and working on the right things at the right time. It's not about adding more to your to-do list. It's focusing on the right things at the right time, all in about 10 minutes or less. All right. So if it's your first time, or like I said, 182nd time, please drop your name into the chat, and please write the name because it doesn't show up on my screen, and where you're viewing from. I always like to know that there's people here live, and I know our friends in Australia will watch the recording because it's a little bit later. All right. So who is Sean Shepard and what does he do? I work with family-owned business owners and their leadership teams. Companies that have had a tremendous amount of success long before meeting me and want to get to the next level without working 24/7. Usually they need to be at least $2 or $3 million in revenue, and that's kind of my sweet spot. It's actually a process of doing less, not of doing more. A couple of other things. The Power Play of the Week. You can go to SeanShepard.com. People always ask me, hey, do you have an exercise or something really cool for my leadership meeting? Yeah, I have a lot. You got to sign up for it, SeanShepard.com, delivered to your email every single Tuesday morning. The podcast is called Stop Stepping in Stupid. It is really for family-owned businesses. We want to talk about the things that we kind of messed up. We stepped in stupid. How did we course correct? We don't need another podcast about all the great, look at all the highlights. I like to focus on the bloopers. And the book, Stop Stepping Stupid, the Noah's BS Guide to Growing Your Business, is coming out in a couple of weeks. So watch for that. All right, let me get caught up on who's here. Glenn from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Paul from Orange Theory and Pickering, the star of last week's show. Hey, Jeremy Jobin from Toronto, Jimmy Kalutis from beautiful, I don't know if you're in North Andover, if you're in Peabody, but you're in the Boston area. Todd from Halifax. My Haligonians are in the house live, so thank you for being here. All right, so today we're going to talk about New Year's Eve. Yeah, I know it's June the 9th. I want you to think of New Year's Eve this year. So like fast forward 6 months. What are your plans for New Year's? What do you want to celebrate on New Year's? Because the truth is, you need to, if you've had a kind of rough patch the first half of the year, the great news is the game is always won in the second half, not in the first half. Every single year, I host a 2-day invite-only intensive to really set yourself up in all areas of your life for your year. We did this year in downtown Toronto. I talk about the 4 big areas, your core, focus, and results. We do an exercise that puts out the 4 areas of your life. Make sure you don't have competing commitments. And look at the daily routines. Because a lot of people put the goal, but there's no what do I do after? And Paul, it's great that you're here. Because, I'm going to Orange Theory a little bit later this morning. It's blocked into my schedule. Our routines will get you there. So I focus on the 4 areas are health, personal, business, and relationships. Health, personal, business, and relationships. And then you develop 3 routines for each one. And you keep score on your scorecard weekly and make adjustments. The people that come to those events but don't have coaching usually get a quick start and then they fall off very quickly. So health, personal, business, relationships, 3 routines for each and a scorecard weekly. Sounds really simple. It is, but consistently doing it is challenging. The truth is, if you've had struggles the first half of the year, the first 6 months, hey, you're at halftime. It's halftime of the football game. Jimmy, I know your kid is a great football player. The game is won in the second half. The game is won at the second half. All right. So this is the time to grab your pen or whatever you take notes with. I strongly suggest that you invest a minimum of 20 minutes after I log off here to really dive into these questions. Don't just, hey, in 7 minutes when we log off, just go back into your emails and everything you do. Please invest the next 20 or 30 minutes on yourself. Your future self on New Year's Eve will thank you. Okay. Question number 1. When you look back to January this year and the goals you set, which ones are you happy with your progress? And which ones make you cringe a little because you've been avoiding them? When you look back to January and the goals you set, not that long ago, which ones are you happy with your progress? And which ones make you cringe a little because you've been avoiding them? Okay, capture that. Question 2. Looking ahead to New Year's Eve this year, what do you want to be celebrating regarding your health, business, and relationships? So jump ahead to New Year's Eve this year. What do you want to genuinely be celebrating about your health, business, and relationships? Again, your future self will be thanking your current self for taking action today. Question 3. Write down one daily routine for each one of those 3 areas that will give you momentum starting today. What is one daily routine for business? You know, one of my favorites is start the day calling a customer, a former customer. Health could be going for a morning walk every day, could be drinking, could be going to Orange Theory, could be a lot of different things. But what is that one daily routine? Write down the routine. Okay. For each one. So you've got 3. Question 4. What do you need to do more of, less of, start, stop, and continue? What's one thing you need to do more of? So something you've done, but it's not a consistent habit. One thing you need to do less of, maybe doom scrolling on social media, maybe a little bit less binge watching. What do you need to start doing? What is that new routine? What do you need to stop doing? There's a great post this morning from Justin Welsh about we treat people how to treat us, So what do you need to stop doing? What do you need to stop saying yes to? And what do you need to continue doing? What have you done that you're proud of that you want to continue? Glenn in Halifax, I love the conference, like the conference that you did and the upcoming conference. If you're not following Glenn Keeping, what are you doing? Follow this man. He is rocking it in the Maritimes with some pretty kick butt leadership conferences. Okay, so number 5, write a letter to your future self today. Yeah, take out pen and paper, write a letter to your future self. Or you can write an email on futureme.org and go to New Year's Eve this year and write a letter going to what you're going to be celebrating. You're writing it from the future tense from New Year's Eve. I want you to also to thank your current self for making those hard decisions today based on this. You could say, hey, I watched Sean Shepard's Power Play Live on June the 9th, and I want to thank you, which is you writing it, for making some hard decisions by saying no to this, to actually committing to your health. I know it was challenging, and it was a long time, challenge, but you did it. Write a letter to your future self today. All right. If you do it handwritten, file it away in your drawer or put it in your Google Calendar or whatever, so you will open it on New Year's Eve. Okay. I'm going to repeat these again because today's theme is New Year, start. Today's theme, I should say that. That's why it's a live broadcast. I can mess things up. Today's theme is New Year, New You starts now. Future you is watching. Question number 1. The games are always won in the second half of the year. No matter how challenging the first half of the year, you got 6 months left. Question 1. When you look back to January and the goals that you set, which ones are you happy with? Which ones make you cringe a little because you've been avoiding them? happy with, and make you cringe? Question 2. Looking ahead to December 31st, 2025, I don't know if you have plans. What do you want to be celebrating regarding your health, business, and relationships? Write them down. Question 3. Write down one daily routine for each one of those 3, health, business, and relationships, that will give you momentum and progress starting today. What is that one daily routine for each one that you will start today? Question 4. What's one thing you need to do more of, less of, start, stop, and continue? And question 5, write a letter to your future self today, thanking your current self for starting today. The future letter is for New Year's Eve. You can open that up on New Year's Eve. I've done this exercise many, many times. As I said, that was a lot of stuff in 10 minutes and 52 seconds. Please, the emails can wait. The meetings can wait. Invest the time in you in the next 20 to 30 minutes to really dive into these questions. The replay, if you didn't get all the questions, is on my LinkedIn. You can watch it as many times as possible. The highlight reel will be coming out in the next 2 hours. There's no excuse. Please invest time in yourself, because your future self will thank you. As always, write down your one insight from today. I know there's probably like 5, but write down one and your one action step. Make it a phenomenal week. I can't thank you enough for making the brilliant decision to start your week here with me. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye for now. It's Sean Shepherd.